Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will start with an anecdote. There once was a man working in the Ministry of Defense. One interesting aspect about working in the Ministry of Defense is that a lot of information are on a need-to-know basis, meaning that a person would not know what other fellow workers are actually doing unless there was a need to know. It was only when this man passed away due to a sudden heart attack that his colleagues found out that the person was not doing any useful work. The supervisor of the man said that he knew the man's work had involved writing reports for another department within the Ministry of Defense, but it was only after the man's passing that the supervisor learnt from the other department that the reports were never actually used and simply filed away. The case above is a true story, with the identifying details left out. The fact of the matter is, there are probably similar cases throughout the civil service and the public service. Most likely these cases are not as extreme as the Ministry of Defense case, but Professor Ma is certain that there are quite a number of public servants who are overpaid and underworked. So why is Professor Ma's work bounty method totally revolutionary? This is because Professor Ma's work bounty method will gradually reduce the number of overpaid and underworked public servants in Singapore. Whenever any public servant reaches the official retirement age, he or she will be eligible for the work bounty. Essentially, that person needs to restructure and streamline his or her job such that the work can be done by another colleague on top of their existing responsibilities, thereby saving the cost of one headcount. Esteemed viewers may be asking, why would that person take the effort to restructure their job, and why would the other colleague agree to take over the additional work on top of their existing work? The answer is because both of them will be eligible for the work bounty. For the retiring person, the work bounty is 24 months of that person's basic salary. 8 months will be payable upon retirement, and the remaining 16 months will be payable 1 year after retirement, but only if the person who took over the work is still working in the department at that time. Should the person who took over the work leave the department before the 1 year is reached, the retiring person will not be eligible for the second tranche of 16 months. The person taking over the additional work will receive an increment of 20% to his or her monthly salary, and this increment will be awarded on the date the first person officially retires. There is a limit to how many bounties a person can receive for taking on additional work, and the limit is 1 bounty every 5 years. In other words, the person will not be able to take on additional work bounty within the next 5 years. In addition, to be eligible for the work bounty, both persons must be individual contributors. In subsequent videos, Professor Ma will explain more aspects of life. In the meantime, please help by liking and by subscribing. Thank you.